Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. As you can see just in the top right hand corner, Daggerwin's just been to sell a load of wool. That's just sold, and that's brought us up to a total of 96,200 in the bank, which is good. Obviously the mayonnaise production has been running overnight as well, so that's boosted the money back up again. Because we had quite a few expenses yesterday, or in the previous episode. What I've got to do first today is get the sprayer filled with herbicide, and we're going to spray that long field for the weeds, because there's quite a few weeds in that. Here's Daggerwin, who's just been to sell that load, the wool. So yeah, that's the first job for me. He's been discussing doing this cow farm on the island area. There was quite a good suggestion to sort of clear the middle section of the trees and then leave trees around the outside, so it's kind of like a hidden cow farm. It's quite an interesting idea. Just like, see, from the outside of the island you wouldn't really tell there was anything on there, but then if you in the centre it's like all cleared out, and then there's a cow farm in the middle of it, which is an interesting thing to do. So we might do that. That would mean quite a lot of clearing of trees there, of course. It's going to be quite a big job, but we'll see how we get on with that. I would also like to get a new tractor, but I don't know whether that's going to be today. Nothing in the sale. We do need a pallet of herbicide. I think one will probably be enough. It doesn't really use a lot, this sprayer. So we'll get that filling. I just refueled the tractor, I think, by mistake. And then once that's full, we will head to the field, which is that long field, which we drilled with oats, it was, in the previous episode. So we'll get that sprayed for weeds. Okay, so we've got the spraying done, the herbicide spraying, so I've jumped across to this tractor and seen that Daggerwin is now in the sunflower field and he's harvesting this. This will be for the oil production, and then obviously for the mayonnaise production in the end as well. I've also got this barley field next to it, which is also ready to harvest. So that's two fields ready to harvest today. Not sure really what I can do to help at the moment. I can help unload obviously, but that doesn't really take much effort. This field could be re-drilled actually with the next crop, so I might start doing that. So obviously I'd rather use this tractor because it's got the GPS on it if I do drilling work. That's why I want a second tractor, a second bigger tractor with GPS on it, because then I can use that for cultivations and drilling if this one's not available. I know we've got the Ford, but that would probably be the one that gets replaced because I'm not that keen on it, and it hasn't got GPS on it. We could probably buy it for the Ford, but yeah, I'd rather just have a normal tractor, a newer tractor, for this sort of thing. It's easier. Never been a particular fan of the articulated steering tractors, really. They look good, but they're not the easiest to use in the farm simulator. So what I probably will do is leave the trailer. I don't think he'll need to unload again now. Should be able to get all that in the trailer, so I'll leave the trailer down here for him to unload into, and then I will get the drill on and we'll drill that field with the next crop. leave the trailer about there, that should be fine. And you can use the master tractor if you need to move that to the oil mill. So, yeah, we'll get the drill, which is in this shed here, kind of blocked in at the moment by the forager. We do need more sheds, that's another thing we need to buy. I was kind of saying for a tractor, and obviously Daggerwin wants to build a cow farm as well, and there's so much to buy. It's so hard to balance the money. There's always something we want. Right, so what crop shall we put in here? Probably not oats, because we've just done that in the other field. I'm guessing possibly canola. I don't think we've got a canola field anywhere at the moment. No, we haven't. So we will put canola in here, I think. Not sure what Daggerwin's plans are for today exactly. We did discuss doing the clearing yesterday. as I was just about to say, we were discussing clearing the trees on the island, but I didn't really want to spend the whole episode doing that. And there are obviously these fields that need working on as well, so we'll do a bit of field work and then a bit of tree work. Anyway, I will get on with this now on a time lapse. Okay, so that's the field done. Just putting the drill away now. Daggerwin has been rolling it. Just had a bit of an issue with lag there. Don't know what quite went right. I've had a few bad lag spikes since it's sent me off in different directions, but we got there in the end. Hate it when that happens. Anyway, I think that's the field work done for today, so we'll put that away there and move across, I think, to the new island area. Just put this tractor somewhere it's not in the way, hopefully, and go across to the tree harvester. We have got that field to harvest as well, the barley field, but that will be for the chickens, I think, for chicken feed, so there's no rush to harvest that particularly. We're not going to make any extra money from that, other than buy the eggs, obviously. So here we are at the tree harvesting machine. This is the grass field that we mowed in the previous episode. There's a thing with these excavators. You've got to make sure the steering wheel is set right, otherwise if your steering wheel's off at a bit of an angle it starts to spin around in circles, or just for me anyway. Anyway, I've got to try and make sure it's set so the front is at the, so that's, yeah, right, so that's the forwards. Okay, getting that. So yeah, what we want to do then, I think, is, well, clear the stumps, I think, is a priority. But keep an area of trees around the edge and then just work our way into the middle. So we obviously need an entrance way, so this would be the entrance to the island area. See if I can zoom out and show you a bit better. But then keep some trees around the edge and open a clearing out in the middle. I'm not sure whether it's going to be big enough though, that's the only issue. Looking at it now, it's quite a narrow island, it's not a very big area. So possibly isn't going to work that well. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think what we'll do then, get that turned on, start clearing a few trees, and just see how we get on with it. But I don't think it's going to look exactly like I can imagine in my head, I'm sure you can as well probably, how you want it to look, like with a load of trees around the outside and then they're sort of hidden in a bit. But I think we may struggle to get that on this area because it's a bit too narrow. If we had a deeper island, it would work a lot better. We'll see how it goes, say, and hope for the best. But yeah, when we first start out, it is a bit tight to do the loading of the logs and stuff. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Not a lot of work area to drive and park on, especially with all these stumps everywhere. It's a bit tricky. But we'll see how we get on. Hope for the best. So I'll get on with cutting a few of these trees now on a time lapse, and I'm sure Daggerwin's going to come over here with his traction trailer and start loading up the logs ready to sell. I don't think we're going to make enough money to be able to buy any tractors today, unfortunately, but it is something I would like to do. Preferably replace the Ford, sell the Ford, and buy a larger, more powerful regular tractor. Either a tractor or a wheel tractor, I'm not sure yet. Let's have a proper look at different tractors. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. I'll get on with some trees. It looks like Daggerwin has just gone off with the first load of logs here, and you can see now, if I zoom out a bit, you can see the clearing I'm making. So I'm leaving the trees around the perimeter, but clearing out obviously the middle section. Now I'm not sure whether this is going to be enough land to have a cow farm, depending on which type of cow farm we choose, whether it's just going to be a shed or whether we're going to go for like one of these mod ones where I think you can have, I haven't looked into it yet, but I believe you can have like an open cow farm field pasture thing type thing, which is quite a good idea. So maybe just ring fence around the perimeter and then have the cows in the middle. I'm not quite sure how they work yet, but That's something that I think I've seen a suggestion for on one of my comments or one of Daggerwin's comments. I can't remember. But yeah, that's basically what the situation is at the moment. You can see it still goes back a long way. How far actually back does it go? If we look on the map, well, obviously it goes back a long way, so that's where we are at the moment. Do we own all of that though? That's the question. No, we don't. We own we do own quite a long way back though, and it does widen out here. So yeah, it's a big area. But yeah, like I say, we're calling it an island. It's kind of an island because I don't think you can get beyond there, and you can't obviously access it from that side because it's just a forest, and you can't access it from the rivers other than by a bridge. So it is basically an island. There's no other access to it. I think I just heard the money come in. Yep, we just sold the logs. What we could really do with is a stump grinder here, because it's getting a bit annoying trying to navigate across all the stumps and stuff with this. I keep getting stuck. You've seen I got stuck on one back there as well. I had to cut the stump with a chainsaw in order to free myself from it, because the machine was completely stuck on the stump. I don't know whether I should continue cutting more trees now, or whether we should focus on getting the stumps done and loading the logs. Daggerwin's got quite a few logs to load, so maybe it is time to stop cutting for a bit until we sort of decide exactly how we're going to lay this cow farm out. I might just remove some more of the Daggerwin did the previous lot with the weeds and stuff, so I can see what I'm doing. We're now getting quite a few logs here, so I think it is probably time to Daggerwin's racing in there over the stumps. I think it probably is time to remove some of the stumps. I'll just go into the menu and just remove a bit more the weeds and stuff. Forest ground. That'll look a bit better. We can see what we're doing a bit better. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like from the other side, from the outside. See if it looks like you can see a farm in the middle of it, or a future farm anyway. At the moment it's just an area of empty ground, but yeah, so like I say, I don't know how far back we're going to actually go with this. Certainly it's looking interesting. So I think I will now move the machine further over here and then possibly start removing some of the stumps. The Daggerwin probably wants to handle the loading of the logs, but I think to make the loading of the logs easier, it would be easier if the stumps weren't there. So I'll just move that over there and then see if we can get a tractor. The trouble is Daggerwin's using both normal tractors, so that would leave me with the Ford, I suppose, for stump grinding. Yeah, not always the most practical tractor for stump grinding. Then we'll have our entire fleet over in the forest. Anyway, I will get on with doing some stump grinding if I can find the machine. Which is a good point. I don't actually know where it is. There it is. That's it. So yeah, I'll get this on and we will go and remove those stumps to allow loading of the logs a bit easier. Okay, Daggerwin is just making his way down to the sawmill again to get that load sold. That's a very full load, so I really hope he doesn't flip it over because that trailer was pretty full there. And as you can see here, this is the progress we've made. Not really that impressive on the map, but it is quite a big area we've cleared so far, and that's a lot of trees. Still got more on the ground as well to go, and yeah, cleared quite a big area there. And like I say, left around the boundaries. Might have to take a few more out, but it's looking pretty interesting, I'd say. Did just notice the chickens could do with some more feed again, so we'll tip that. Chickens can always do with some more feed at the rate they get through it. Yeah. Also the chicken egg spawn area is getting pretty full, so I'll move those while I wait to see what Daggerwin makes from that load of logs. But that, as long as he makes it alright without tipping it over, that's going to be quite a big amount of money, I think. Certainly over 20,000. Unfortunately the price of eggs isn't that great at the moment, so we can't really sell these, but I think we are going to be selling them at some point because the production certainly isn't using them as fast as what they're being produced. When the egg price is good, we probably will be selling quite a few of these. But for now, we'll just keep putting them in here, and then if the production needs to use them, it will do. There we go. Oh wow, 31,000 for that, plus a 3,300 bonus. I think that's probably the record. I don't remember a payment as good as that. That is a pretty impressive payment for that logs, for those logs I should say. So yeah, it's a good way to end the episode, I think. There, it's probably going to be it for today. I think by the time we load a load, that'll be another hour. The rate that took, but yeah, I think we'll probably leave it after we've done these eggs. It's always good to end on a high, and we'll come back to this in the next episode, obviously, and carry on with the construction project of producing probably a cow farm there. I think that is the plan. It really just depends on everything really costs and stuff, what mods we can get to put there. We don't want to just be building one of the base game cow farms, that would be boring. Nice to have something a bit different. But yeah, we'll have to look into that. If you've got any mod suggestions, I think a few of you already have suggested a few cow farm mods, or cow mods, or animal livestock mods, or anything like that. That are a bit more interesting. There goes Daggerwin back to the clearing area. Like I say, I don't think he's going to be loading another load today because we've been doing this for quite a while now in real time, and it is getting towards the end of the day in game time as well. It's just gone 4:30 in the afternoon, so we usually finish around about that time. Anyway, so I think I probably will leave it here. But I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.